The brand new game Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, but let's not waste any more time. Let's dive straight into the action, and we're playing everyone's favorite game type here at Gamescom 2014. It is going to be Uplink, and if you're new to the stream or new in Gamescom, please don't do that to him. Oh, I thought for a minute there he was going to be able to get the throw. The way Uplink works, so there's a satellite drone in the middle of the map. That's going to be there all game unless someone obviously picks it up, and as soon as you pick it up, you lose your weapon. You no longer have that, but you do have increased armor, as right now, it's actually already 2-0, so wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, quick score right there. So now we got the ball here. You see the little armor in the bottom of your screen if you're just tuning in for the first time right now. When you're running with the satellite drone, it's actually called a satellite drone, not a ball.
Yeah,
but
we've been calling it a ball.
We can call it either way, but just so you know, it's called the satellite drone. When you have that in your hand, you're going to get a little bit of increased armor that's going to help stop some shots because you don't have the use of your weapon.
Right.
So, you know, that's kind of the gist of Uplink right there. You've got a little bit of armor when you're running that, but to score, you have two ways of scoring. You can score by running the satellite drone into the goal, or you can score by throwing into the goal. If you throw it in, you're going to get 1 point. If you run it in yourself, you're going to get 2 points.
And it's worth mentioning, we have seen some 3-point shots being thrown in with that satellite drone.
They should be worth 3 points. From
it really should. From downtown, like some of the throws we've seen. I mean, Torres from Fat Esports, we saw one from him where he actually jumped, boosted backwards, and then threw it. It was like it was insane.
It was a fadeaway.
Was what it was. It was exactly that. It was like a fadeaway in basketball. It was crazy. Torres really sort of learning the game very, very quickly and the dynamic of the ball, because we've said it in the past couple of broadcasts, but I feel we need to say it again as well. The ball has that gravitational feel to it. You know, it will adapt to gravity. It's going to drop. It's going to roll around on the floor, etc., etc. So you have to be aware of that when you're trying to throw it from deep.
Well, there you see another drone getting scored, tying up the game now, and the Ozone Giants are on your screen. This is Jay-Z at the moment, and you're spectating him. He's got the KF-5 submachine gun with the laser sight attachment, and you see that he's got an exo ability as well.
It's going to be Stim. Yep, he's going to be rocking that. Now, we've seen people use Stim a wide variety of ways, popping it before gunfights, during gunfights, after gunfights. You can do whichever one suits you. And that's the great thing about it. There's no sort of set way that you can use that exo ability. You can use it so many different ways, as Jay-Z is going to actually not be able to defend that. Another point goes in, and it's going to be 4-2 now, as Giants kind of struggling at the start of this game.
Yep, and Hypergames is their opponent right now, so Hypergames up 4-2 in this series so far. And you see that this KF-5 is still prevalent here for Jay-Z, and look at this, he's going to pick up that kill. And there you go, the drone is actually sitting in its original spot. So if the drone is scored, it's going to reset to that spot in the middle of the map. And also, if it sits idle for a while, it will also reset.
Yes.
So there are ways, other ways that you can reset it by throwing it off the map.
We've seen some very, very clever plays like that when a team has had the lead, you know, and we're going down to the last 15 seconds or 20 seconds, and they just throw it straight out of bounds, because then they know the satellite drone has to reset, and the opposition will not have time to pick it up.
The only 2 times it's advantageous to throw it off the map is in the very last seconds of the game, when the other team won't have enough time to score, or if you have a teammate waiting in the reset position and you're across the map. So, you know, it's a kind of, you can pass the ball essentially by resetting it off the map.
That's a good point, actually. I don't think we've seen anyone actually try that, but you could obviously, if you're stuck and you're surrounded by enemy players, launch it out of bounds and have a teammate ready to pick it up on the other side.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Dialux has the drone. He is going to be dropped, sadly. Method's popping that overclock exo ability, and he's going to be tearing straight towards the enemy base. He's going to have that kill sign right in front of him. He is going to pick up the kill and immediately picks up satellite drone. Now trying to just evade. Can he score it for 2? Yes, he can. Nicely played. And that is going to give them a 6-2 point lead.
Yeah, very nice play right there. Now the Giants are trying to kind of bring it back here, and see the knife coming in right there from the Hypergames squad, but there's Jay-Z with the drone in his hand, picking up the nice melee. Look at the movement right here by Jay-Z. Very nice job trying to juke around. He gets that drone into position for scoring now if his teammates can pick it up, but no, you see the defense coming out from the Hypergames squad. So now we're on board with Chojor, and he is making a quick move up the left side of the map.
Yeah, he's trying to get back down to that satellite drone, which has been dropped. His teammate has picked it up, and sadly, not enough time. We are going to go into the half. 6-2 lead for Hypergames. Nicely played by them. And we have a quick look at that score as well. Someone going 17-12, so that's a great half. I mean, what, 5 minutes, 17 kills. Very, very impressive stuff from them. But someone also on the other side there with 6 uploads. So getting some serious points right there.
Yeah, that's a lot of score right there for that player. So again, you know, anytime you score the drone, it's going to attribute points towards your score streak. So any of the objective play that you do here in Uplink is going to give you that additional score that you want for your score streak.
And it's also worth mentioning as well, thanks to the pick 13, and today is all about customization of the class. You don't actually have to run score streaks, and it's not like in previous times where it's just a choice. This time, if you choose not to, you open up slots available for other things such as extra attachments, extra perks. You can run wildcard, etc. So it really does open things up quite drastically in this game if you choose not to. And you see a lot of the pros today and over the next couple of streams, they're potentially only going to run maybe 1, 2 at most kind of score streaks, and they all tend to be UAV.
Yeah, and you see a lot of players actually running that UAV score streak right now, but not electing to select a second or a third score streak. They save those for extra perks. And look at this, there goes the EMP grenade. And now we're on board with Maxi, and Maxi is going to be pushing this drone down through bottom mid. He's tagged up. Is he actually going to go for this Vincent? That's ambitious, and he actually makes it through. No shots coming in from the Ozone Giants. So 8-2 now the score in favor of Hypergames.
Yeah, nicely played from them. His methods now with ball in hand. Is he going to go for the melee attack? Player just went above him. He decides he wants to run away. Obviously, with overclock popped, he did have that extra speed boost, so he made the right decision there. Good call. Jay-Z very, very tagged up for the Giants. He's trying to get away. Still has a significant amount of armor left, though.
He didn't pop his stim there, though, Benson. Sometimes that stim would have helped him tremendously right there if he would have popped it. Maybe he's going to pop it right here before he decides to make a move. And no, he's actually just going to go in naked.
I thought he missed it. I thought he missed it, but he did get it, and that's going to just make the game a little closer. 8-4. Giants trying to make a comeback as Jay-Z has to try and rotate all the way around. Is he going to be able to pick up that kill? Yes, he is. Nicely played from him.
Yeah, great plays right now coming out of both teams. So Ozone Giants chipping away a little bit. So let's talk a little bit more about the customization once more. So if you look at the bottom right of your screen, a lot of people are just joining us on the live stream for the first time. You're going to see the HUD, the player HUD, right? The bottom right corner of the HUD, you're going to see your score streak on the very far right, just on top of where your ammo is. And then you're going to have your grenade that's right next to it. So there are multiple different kinds of grenades that the players can use here. And just to the left of that, the very far left of the bottom right of the HUD, you're going to see your EXO ability. Now that EXO ability, we have variations of those. You have the EXO shield. You have EXO overclock, which gives you more speed. EXO stim. Stim's going to give you health regeneration faster. You have EXO overclock. Oh no, sorry, EXO cloak. Cloak, which will almost make you invisible for a temporary time. You have EXO hover, which will allow you to hover in place. EXO ping, which will kind of put out this little ping, and if anybody's using their EXO abilities,
you'll see
or their boost or boost jump or dash, you're going to see them through the wall.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. We've seen a couple players get really advantageous things from that.
Yeah, and there's one last one, it's the EXO trophy system. So whereas in past Call of Duty games, you'd have to lay down a trophy system, now you activate that EXO ability of the trophy system and your whole exosuit becomes the trophy system. So you yourself are a trophy system. You can protect yourself and your teammates from any incoming grenades.
Very, very useful on hardpoint, that's for sure. And yesterday, we saw a lot of EMP grenades, and we were talking about it. And we were saying how, trophy system will actually deflect EMPs, but it's so hard to time, your ability to see an EMP come in. And we were saying, oh, well, I wonder if there's any other way of countering an EMP grenade. Well, there is. You can use Hardwire perk. That actually makes you invulnerable to EMPs and stuns as well. So that's just another way. If you see a team using lots of EMPs, you can use that to counteract.
Right, exactly. And so now we actually had 1 point go in. So a toss came in from Ozone Giants while we were chatting away about some of the EXO abilities. And now the score is 8-5. We have about a minute left on the clock right here. So let's see if the Ozone Giants can actually claw back into this one. The ball is down here, satellite drone, and they're picking it up right at its spawn. And this is going to be Hypergames, who actually has it in control.
Ambitious.
Yep. He's just going to kind of toss it closer to the goal as possible. I like that play out of Maxi right there.
Yeah, just try and get some yardage on the ball, and Toho tried to throw it away. Throw it towards his opposition player there, but sadly didn't work. Dialex is going to pick that up, say thank you very much. Another 2-point score for him. 10-5 now. And it is actually going to be Jay-Z who's picked up the drone. 36 seconds left. And he thought about potentially throwing it. He can't afford to do that at this point, Hastro. He needs to go for the 2 points. No, it's not.
There's no way.
He arced that way too high. That was just the up and under. That was going up and then straight back down.
Yeah, that's like the shot put from the Olympics right there, man. You gotta be real strong. But now you got Maxi on your screen. They have a comfortable lead going into the last 10 seconds here. And it looks like Hypergames is going to take this one as you got the satellite drone in the hands of Tajor. He's just trying to get a little bit on the board.
Oh, I thought he did it, but he missed it. Can he pick up the drone in time and jump in? No, he can't. But a comical ending there. 10-5, the score. A fantastic first game right there.